Today I'm going to be trying out two items from Taco Bell. First will be the Nacho Fries, and second will be the Nacho Fries Bellgrande. I've actually had the Nacho Fries before when they first came out. I believe I had them a couple times, and I do know that they've had them over the past few years here and there, but it has been quite a long time since I've had them. And I remember thinking they were okay before, nothing to write home about, but okay. After all, it's French fries and nacho cheese, so how could it really be bad? But they are back, so I did want to give them a try. Looking at the fries, I don't really remember them looking like this, but again, it's been a really long time since I've had them, so I can't be sure. I thought they had more of a coating on the outside. The nacho fries were $1.39, and they appear to be somewhere between soggy and crispy. I don't want to spend too long on this review because these have been out so many times that I know most people probably already have a good general idea of what these taste like. And I wanted to go ahead and try one of the fries by themselves. After tasting that fry, I really am starting to wonder if these fries are different from what I had the previous time, because there was absolutely nothing special about that fry. I can see there's some type of very light seasoning on here, but you know, these fries, there's just nothing about them that makes them special. I'm going to try one more since this one has a little bit more of a coating or seasoning on it. Now on that fry, there was a little seasoning on it, but nothing like what I remembered. So it looks like the seasoning is kind of sporadically put on these things, but really I don't think they're anything special. I'm going to go ahead and dip one in the cheese sauce, which I kind of already know what to expect, but I feel that the fairly bland nature of these fries, you really need to use the cheese sauce with them. Of course, they're pretty good with the cheese sauce, but then again, a lot of things would be good dipped in this cheese sauce. So I would say nacho fries just are what they are, and again, I don't want to get too in depth with the nacho fries. I wasn't even going to bother rating the nacho fries because I think most people are probably already familiar with them, but I would go ahead and rate them at a 6 out of 10. Because they're fries, and although the fries by themselves are fairly plain, dipped in the nacho cheese, they're pretty good. But really, I want to move on to the Nacho Fries Bellgrande. I had never seen this before, but after a little research, apparently this had come out about 2 years ago. I'm not sure if that was only at limited locations or if it was nationwide, but I had never seen it. So when I saw that they had it, I did want to try it. So let's have a look at it. And it's pretty much what you would expect from the name. Some of their nacho fries, and it's topped with nacho cheese, sour cream, seasoned ground beef, and tomatoes. When I look at this, on one hand I think, okay, so they took some French fries and dumped taco toppings on top of them. How original is that? But on the other hand, who cares? It looks like it's going to be good. And I'm wondering if these fries will hold up well with all the toppings, since they do seem to have somewhat of a coating on them. Are the nacho fries better than the Nachos Bellgrande? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to go ahead and get a bite of these and try to get a variation of all the toppings on here. So in taking a bite of these, you get the flavor that you're expecting with the toppings and the fries, but I find them a little lacking in that there's really no crunch behind it. The fries do get a little soggy from the toppings, which I think that's to be expected, but it seems like it leaves me wanting a little more. And maybe that's because I'm used to having the crunch from either tortilla chips in the Nachos Bellgrande or having a taco with these toppings on it and getting that crunch from the shell. But it seems without that crunch that it's kind of just missing something. If I wasn't doing this review, I would probably cover these with about 10 packets of the mild sauce. But I didn't want that to really influence the flavor or the texture of the fries. And while these are definitely not bad, it just leaves me wanting a little more at the end. It's kind of like if you hear a firework, like you hear a bottle rocket going through the air, and you hear it whistling, and then you're waiting for it to finally pop, and it's just like, pop. And it's really nothing spectacular. And that's kind of the feeling I get from these. But I think from now on, I would just as soon get the Nachos Bellgrande over these. And I'm not going to go too much into the flavor of this because I think this particular thing is kind of self-explanatory. There's really no intricate flavors here. It just kind of is what it is, and you get what you see. Now, it's possible that they could dress this up a little bit, maybe with the addition of green onions or some of those little crunchy slivers that they put in some of the other products to give this a little bit more of a crunch. But as it sits now, it's just not something that I would get again. So I would rate this at a 5 out of 10, meaning it's not great, it's not terrible, but it's not something that I would be willing to get again. That's going to do it for this video. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.